So, Kimmy,
Yes.
when did music first became a part of your life?
Music first became a part of my life when I was before I was even born, actually, because my dad has always had music around. He was always a singer, and my earliest memory of music was in the church when we used to have our own little choir. It'd be my sister, myself, my brother, my dad, and he would make us emphasize on a song he had just created. So he would say, "Sing this part," and we would all sing the part that he say. So we had our own little choir, and I want to say we was probably like 4 or 5 years old.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
big.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know a lot of people have heard of the name St. Charles, and I don't really know if people really understand that's your dad.
Right.
I mean, is there anything you want to say about that, or let the people know, you know, the great person he is, in this music industry, especially in the Bay Area, because he's a legendary name. When did music become a part of your life?
Well, music became a part of my life as a child, actually before I was born, because my father always was involved in music. He had a band, and before we were even born, and before he even got with my mom, he had a band. And so, how it came into fruition with us, we used to go to church. And my dad would make us do these songs. He would like let us practice like the one liners in the song because we were his choir. So it
Right.
was myself, my brother, my sister, my dad, and he'd be playing the organ or the piano, and we do one liners behind him. So he would sing, and we would do the one liners behind him. And I believe we were like 4 or 5, 7 years old, something like that. So that's how music became a part of us. Was of course through the choir.
Was that one of the moments you knew that you wanted to do music?
No, actually, how it went down was we in our home, my dad allowed us to have free will in music. Besides, he didn't really let us do like rap or rock music, excuse me. But I remember my earliest memory was my dad got us 3 record players. My brother had a black one, my sister and I had a tan one, and he would let us play like New Edition. We played Wham and all those different things. So we were exposed to different genres of music at a young age. And so how I fell in love with music was, of course, New Edition, but Mary J. Blige was my favorite. She was my everything. Mary got me through so much. 411 was my all-time favorite album of history right now. So I still have her in my playlist. I still sing her songs. And so that's when I knew music meant a lot to me because I resonated with a lot of her songs.
You know what? You just really surprised me on something
Did I?
because I told you earlier before we started this interview, I listened to your single quite a few times,
Okay.
and I was asking myself, who does she remind me of? What sound does this remind me of? Because it has a sound that I'm really was trying to figure out.
Right.
Now I kind of got a
You got
clearer
it.
picture.
Yes.
Mary J. Blige.
Yes, because if you look at it, the 90s music was everything. The 90s was love. The 90s was compassion. The 90s was relationships. The 90s was, you riding in the car with your friends. And the 90s, the music meant something to the soul. And so, yeah. And at that time, we was riding around and with our friends and we bumped the music and then we go parking lot pimping, after the club and, we play that. And
Parking lot
yeah, you remember
pimping.
parking lot pimping? And so that music was like we could, and I'm no shade to the younger generation. I'm not doing that because they have their own craft. But what I'm saying is with the era I grew up in, the 90s music, because it meant something and we could feel it.
Right.
When you can feel music in your soul, that's when the record means something. Hmm.
Well, I ain't. You know what? I'm gonna just leave that alone.
Yeah, music was felt. You remember we had the Keith Sweat. We had, we had New Edition. We had BBD. We had Ralph Tresvant. We had so many different artists, and they didn't all have the same sound, right, Dondre? Nobody had the same. Even Christopher Williams and Al B. Sure were different.
Everybody had their own shit.
Right, but we fell in love with all of them. We had something that we liked in common with all those 90s artists.
Right.
But even though they were different sounding, but we all picked something out to love about those artists. And so that's why Blinded by My Shine, I kind of said I wanted to go back to the 90s. and I wanted to bring Mary in it with the hair, and Mary was my everything, and so I wanted to bring Mary back into it, and I wanted the audience to feel the song. Because when I worked with the engineer, I was like kind of intimidated a little bit, like I'm older, starting off. And I was like, he said, you don't have to worry about age in this era of music, which is good. And he said that the audience is going to feel your song. And so here I am. The audience feels the song.
Hey, that's a beautiful song behind it, right?
Thank
Who
you.
did the production on that?
It's a guy named Wes out in Sacramento. I kind of forgot the name of his company. It starts with a V. I'll get it for you.
Shout out to Wes.
Right.
If you watching this, shout out to Wes.
Yes. And Wes really helped me develop me. So he let me go in and like be myself. He heard my voice because I hadn't sung in a long time. Even when my dad gave up the studio, my sister and I used to go do background for people and sing the little hooks and stuff. So I kind of, once my dad gave up the studio, we kind of gave it away. We just, didn't really do any music anymore. And so when I went to the studio, it was kind of like riding a bike, but I was a little bit intimidated because there's so many different gadgets and gadgets now. There's so many different like things to play. And, back in the day, we just had the little bass thing. And so I was like, wow, so much. But he was very calm with me. He was very educational. And he just kind of let me go in and belt it out. And then he would go up, down. He would tell me where to punch in at. And the session only was like 3 hours.
Right.
And so he just kind of let me, he was like, what are you feeling? And of course, I told him Mary J. Blige, I was like, he said, I got you. And so he added in the guitars, which is my favorite part of the song. Like the guitar in the beginning and the end. I love that guitar. Y'all see me on my live performances. I'll be with the fake guitar in the air. But that's my actual favorite part of the song is the guitar. But Wes really brought it out of me, and I've worked with him on my new song. I've worked with him on that, and he's very informative about music.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Is he doing any other production on the album?
He is. He's the one that's doing my new single, Clean Break, which will be coming out not real soon, but it'll be coming out. He's working on that with me as well. And I'm not sure if anything else or popping together, but we mesh together. So you know how you build a relationship with somebody and that one thing comes together so good you don't really want to break from. Right. Like y'all, the chemistry.
Oh, yeah, you need that.
Yeah. So I don't want to. Right. So I don't really want to break from him. So I'm letting him kind of, work with me on the other couple songs as well.
That's great. That's great. You gotta have that good chemistry and comfortability, working with a producer, because sometimes you can go outside your circle with other producers and you can be cool, but
yeah,
it can be some things different.
Right. Exactly.
When you go outside your
yes.
Your box.
Yes. And he lets you take your shoes off and, get your comfortability. Right. Yes. He says it's a 420 freedom or I don't know something. And he, so yeah. Yeah, exactly. So he's, yeah, he's like 420 friendly. So, but he made you feel really comfortable and he's kind of worked with me. Cause like I said, I was still kind of rusty cause I hadn't done anything in so long. This wasn't really planned. To tell you guys the truth, I just did the song like for my birthday. I was like, I'm gonna release a song on my birthday. Because I had a big birthday party, as you showed, you came and everything. But I was like, I'm just gonna release a song for my birthday, and it just grew.
No, that thing didn't grow. That thing.
It grew.
Yeah. So yeah, my conversations they gonna be different with you.
Okay, I'm ready. Because we family, so you always talk me down.
No, so we didn't got into all that.
Okay.
Today we celebrating my Black queens. Right?
Yes.
So. A lot of people they heard that song. So what advice you got for for the ones who going through the same shit you went through? Like, yeah, is it on some Tupac shit, keep your head up, or like what is it? Because I got a daughter, so I need to know like really how you was feeling at that time, because like being a daddy dealing with your daughter is different. You know what I'm saying? So I want to know. Yeah, I want to know how you was dealing with that and how you shining right now. You feel me?
So that song came about. Like I said, I was just sitting on the bed one day and I started reflecting on a relationship that I had been in. And this relationship, because I've only really been in technically 3 relationships in my life, like real ones. And this,
you a good girl.